There are two types of bearings that you're going to find on your bicycle typically, and those are sealed bearings and loose ball bearings. And you'll find them either in the wheels. You'll hear about sealed bearings for the wheels, sealed bearings for the bottom bracket, sealed bearings for the headset, or you may hear about loose ball bearings. And a lot of people don't know what that means, what the difference is, why some may be better than others for corrosion resistance and just protection from the elements, and also for serviceability. So I thought I'd take one of the pedals that I use and show you what some loose ball bearings look like. And so let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is remove the end cap here, and bear with me because I'm looking over my phone as I try and do this. But there we go. This is the end cap coming off. And then you'll notice that there's a little hex nut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Fortunately, it's already broached for a 6mm, or I could grab the hex there. And I'm going to bust this loose. Oh, it's in there good. There we go. Nice. Okay, so there's the little nut, right? Little nut. And then there's a second one that you might see in there. All right, after a short break, I've got the right tools, or the right size. It's 7/16, and I've got a 3/8. But really it's to get in there and get this second nut out. And this is actually a very special nut because you can see barely that it's holding in the ball bearings, loose ball bearings. So let's get that out. There, you see that? This has a very nice surface machined into it. It's kind of a curve, and that's what the ball rides in on this side. So you can see one of the little ball bearings there. Here's another one. Just to give you an idea of how small these are. Oop. Thankfully, I caught it. Check that out. So if I remember correctly, there are 14 small ball bearings on either side of this shank, steel shank that runs through the pedal. Let's take a look. There you go. So it's this thin piece of steel that the bearings will ride on either side of the pedal. And you can see it just like that. Let's take a look at it. You can see the balls are starting to fall out, so it's very important you don't lose these things. But this is your chance to clean them with a degreaser if you want, and then apply a very light coating of grease if you want them to spin very quickly. You can use a heavier weight grease if you want them to, if you want the pedals not to spin very much. So it's up to you. You can also set the preload by screwing this first one in, and then you lock it down with the second nut. So that's another way that you can set your pedals free spin. And just from a serviceability standpoint, the ball bearings are nice. They're very low cost, extremely low cost, I would say. But they are a real hassle to service, right? If I wanted to clean this out, count all the ball bearings after I clean them, lubricate them, get them back in there, it's going to take me at least 10 minutes just to muck around with that. And it's almost worth it just to buy a new set of pedals if your old pedals are acting up and feeling like they kind of notch when they spin around. So there you go, a little bit more on pedals for you. And any questions, please drop a comment or a question in the comments for me. Thanks. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Let's count how many we got going in there. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. remember, chamfer side. Okay, that's the time where we're going to be pretty delicate with this here. Just want to make sure that that starts. Looks like it started. See, we've got it going on. Let's get this guy locked in. Holding it here. See how well this spins. Oh, no spin, so too tight. Too tight. Oh man. I'm going to back it off slightly because I know the second nut I put on there is going to add some preload as well. So we got it in there. Now I'm going to reach over that one, loosen my other preloaded. Look at that. Check for any kind of play. Right, you should be able to feel no play. It may feel like these are grinding a little bit, but these are now locked in. We'll put our end cap back on there, right? This is kind of a dust cover, keeps moisture out. Because this is an unsealed ball bearing. Boom, pop it in, we're good to go. Tools used for this were 6mm Allen for the broached end. You can use a 15mm wrench. And then I also used a 3/8 and a 7/16 socket. And I used a small pick and a flashlight. And this is a tub of grease, which you may or may want to use when you're doing bottom brackets and things like that. So I bought this because I will be doing a bottom bracket service on the race face bottom bracket that I put on my monster quad.